But this is only one type of neuron, and we actually have three main types of neurons in animals. The one we looked at here is called a motor neuron. And looking down here, we can see the three main types. Motor neurons. These are the ones that have a big long axon tail, which we just looked at. The motor neuron sends a message from the brain to an effector, and we'll look at that in a minute. The other two types, though, are a sensory neuron, and you can see here the cell body is in the middle in a sensory neuron, and it has a long axon either side of the cell body. And the other main type of neuron is called an interneuron, and this is what makes up our brain and our central nervous system, so our spinal cord. We can see that interneurons are much more complicated, and they have lots of branches on their axons because they're joined to many, many more neurons. Let's look at an example of what the three types of neurons do. So again, we're looking at our stimulus response model. The first step here, the stimulus, is going to be somebody touching a cactus, which I did once when I was younger. I grabbed onto a cactus. So the pain of a spine on the cactus, that's the stimulus. The receptor is going to be touch receptors in our fingers. But this is where the neurons come in. So a neuron is going to carry the message from our fingers to the control center. And it's the sensory neurons that do this. Sensory neurons go from the receptor to the control center, which is the brain. And remember, the brain is made up of interneurons, so that's where interneurons come in. Once we've made a decision about what to do, which is going to be pulling our hand off the cactus, then the motor neurons carry that message back from the brain to the muscles, which is the effector. So the motor neuron carries that message here to the muscles, and that causes our response. Our arm moves, and we probably shout in pain as well. So those are our three main types of neurons that are found in animals.